Hey, so I just want to share some of my thoughts on patience, or impatience, I rather say. I think impatience is like the journey towards developing patience. Impatience occurs when we want things now that are not yet meant to be. And I do think that it's a big side effect of this instant gratification society. I think that if we weren't so stimulated all the time and so used to having the world at our fingertips every second of every day, hello? We wouldn't be so stressed about things taking a natural amount of time to occur, because things in nature take time. Some things in nature can happen really quickly, like a flash of lightning or a flash flood or a fire. But for the most part, or a shooting star, but for the most part, things like trees take really, really long to grow. And they are immobile. They literally are like seated in one place, and that's their place for their entire earthly existence. And then there's us little mobile folk who have so much to do in our days. We can learn and we can share and we can teach and we can create and we can harvest and we can plant and we can do an unending amount of things to entertain us and to evolve us as humans. We're not stuck stagnant like little trees, and yet we still find ourselves being super duper impatient with life and the universe in giving us what we feel we want and need and deserve. Obviously, this is coming from a place of my own experience where I'm currently in a little bit of a, it's not really limbo, because it's not like I don't have direction. It's just that certain things are not in place for certain aspects of my journey to be fully unlocked yet. I can like see them there. They're like a little ghostly shadow of something that I can achieve in the not too distant future, but I haven't quite yet got all of the like skill points necessary to unlock that level or phase of my journey. And I find myself being impatient. This morning I felt myself feeling a little bit blue actually, and I couldn't really pinpoint it until I went for a walk in the forest and I sat beneath a beautiful tree, and in the silence of that meditation I heard the tree say to me, patience. That I just needed to understand that my journey is one of endurance and not necessarily of immediate gratification, which is not natural. It's not a natural thing. It's something our minds have come to expect because of the constant stimulus that we give ourselves, but it's actually not a naturally occurring thing in nature. Immediocracy. Especially down here on Earth, things take time, and that's okay, and that's natural. So on my walk, before I was on my walk, I was busy working on a t-shirt design, and I was drawing a land snail, which is like a really big, beautiful snail that we get down here in South Africa. And then when I was walking in the forest, I came across not one, not two, not three, but 4 land snails on my walk. And I was just like, when I first saw the first one, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool coincidence. I was just drawing one of these guys because my mind was still busy and I didn't recognize the synchronicity. Then the second one, I was like, oh, okay, I hear you. And then the third one, and I was like, okay, I hear you. And then I think I saw 5 actually, because the last one was 2 on top of each other. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Today is about slowing down and trusting the process. And the t-shirt design that I was drawing, the land snail 4, says far not fast, which is a metaphor I actually came up with in my own running, is that I don't care about my speed. I care that I'm planning to run long distance. So even if I'm just doing a short 3K run as a training run, I know that that's building up to a long-term goal of doing really long distances. So ultimately my goal is far, not fast, which should really be my life goal, as well as understanding that my life is a long-term commitment and I cannot expect immediate gratification, especially not all the time. You know, in life we will see shooting stars and we will see lightning strikes, and there will be those really potent, immediately magical moments. But 99% of the time is the tiny little seed slowly in the background growing into the tall tree. And that just, there's no other answer or no other cure or no other remedy for that but time naturally unfolding. So yeah, I guess I felt led to share that with you guys today, because that's something that really resonated with me today, was that we gotta let things unfold, and we've got to remember that not every single day is a shooting star moment. Those moments do come and they're wonderful, but the slowly behind the scenes tree growing quietly everyday existence is no less potent or magical or important. Yeah, so just a reminder to drink some non-caffeinated tea and watch the world go by, listen to the birds and the bees and the wind in the trees, and trust that everything's unfolding as and when it's meant to, in divine time. Cool. Much love, my dudes.